of a person who would infinitely rather execute his own pet dog or cat than risk the possible bungling of an outsider. Then, like a small child trotting with infinite relief to its own doll-house, she trotted over to her bureau, extracted the lace corset cover, and came back with it in her hand to lean across Zillah Forsythe's shoulder again and watch the men's faces go slipping off into oblivion. Once again, abruptly, without warning, she halted the process with a breathless exclamation. "Oh, of course this waist is the only one I've got with ribbons in it," she asserted irrelevantly, "but I'm perfectly willing to trade it for that picture." She pointed out with unmistakable explicit fingertip. Chucklingly, Zillah Forsythe withdrew the special photograph from its half-completed wrappings. "Oh, him?" she said. "Oh, that's a chap I met on the train last summer. He's a brakeman or something. He's a—" Perfectly unreluctantly, Ray Malgregor dropped the fluff of lace and ribbons into Zillah's lap, and reached out with cheerful voraciousness to annex the young man's picture to her somewhat bleak possessions. "Oh, I don't care a rap who he is," she interrupted briskly, "but he's sort of cute looking, and I've got an empty frame at home just that odd size, and mother's crazy for a new picture to stick up over the kitchen mantelpiece. She gets so tired of seeing nothing but the faces of people she knows all about." Sharply, Zillah Forsythe turned and stared up into the younger girl's face, and found no guile to whet her stare against. "Well, of all the ridiculous, unmitigated greenhorns!" she began. "Well, is that all you wanted him for? Why, I supposed you wanted to write to him. Why, I supposed—" For the first time an expression not altogether dollish darkened across Ray Malgregor's garishly juvenile blondness. "Maybe I'm not quite as green as you think I am," she flared up stormily. With this sharp flaring up, every single individual pulse in her body seemed to jerk itself suddenly into conscious activity again, like the soft, plushy pound, pound, pound of a whole stocking-footed regiment of pain descending single file upon her for her hysterical undoing. "Maybe I've had a good deal more experience than you give me credit for," she hastened excitedly to explain. I tell you, I've been engaged," she blurted forth with a bitter sort of triumph. With a palpable flicker of interest, Zillah Forsythe looked back across her shoulder. "Engaged? How many times?" she asked, quite bluntly. As though the whole monogamous groundwork of civilization was threatened by the question, Ray Malgregor's hands went clutching at her breast. "Why, once!" she gasped. "Why, once!" Convulsively, Zillah Forsythe began to rock herself to and fro. "Oh, Lordy!" she chuckled. "Oh, Lordy, Lordy! Why, I've been engaged 4 times just this past year." In a sudden passion of fastidiousness, she bent down over the particular photograph in her hand, and snatching at a handkerchief, began to rub diligently at a small smooch of dust in one corner of the cardboard. Something in the effort of rubbing seemed to jerk her small round chin into almost angular prominence. "And before I'm through," she added, at least 2 notes below her usual alto tones, "and before I'm through, I'm going to get engaged to every profession that there is on the surface of the globe." Quite helplessly, the thin paper skin of the photograph peeled off in company with a smooch of dust. "And when I marry," she ejaculated fiercely, "and when I marry, I'm going to marry a man who will take me to every place that there is on the surface of the globe, and after that—" "After what?" interrogated a brand new voice from the doorway. End of chapter 1.